Hello everybody, welcome to Jack Talk. Today is the first session of binary system. Let me ask you a question first. Why a computer was named as computer? Because of computing. Because many years ago, I believe around 60, 80 years ago, all those scientists and engineers tried to develop a machine can calculate for us instead of a human calculation, right? You know, you and me can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a simple addition, subtraction, times, division, something like that, right? But we do need a faster speed to calculate something because we can't wait for the result. Based on the result, we can do something as an important reference to do something further, right? That's the point. So people thought about that. We have to get something to represent number. Represent the math number. The most popular numeral system in the world is the decimal system, right? So-called the 10 base. We have 10 symbols to represent numbers. There's a 1, 0 actually. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? 10 symbols. But sooner or later we have to move up to create an upper digit, right? Because 9 plus 1, we got 10, right? So that means 2 digits already. So people thought about what kind of media we're going to use to represent number. How about the fastest way in the world? The fastest and the meter is what? Is electricity. So we could use electricity to represent number and let it under the electricity operation to get a result, right? That would be perfect, ideal. So electricity have 2 features, right? The first one is a current. How strong the current? Okay, the stronger current to represent bigger number? No, not reliable. Okay, we do need some reliability. Okay, because the current become stronger, weaker, sometimes out of our control, right? So instead of that, we use the voltage then. DC, direct current voltage. 1 volt represents 1, 2 volt represents 2, and then 9 volt represent 9, right? So we input number 2 and then 3. We're going to have an addition of 2 and 3. The result is 5, right? Easy. So we use a 2 volt to represent 2. Three volt represent 3. And then measure the result is a 5 volt, right? And then we convert the 5 volt to a number 5 on display. That means we got a very simple addition done. That's an analog. Why? Because that's a 10 base system. We have 10 steps. That means it's easy to mix up. It's not reliable enough because the voltage could be up or down. 5 becomes 6, or 7 become 6, right? It's not reliable at all. So analog computer use a 10-base system is no good. So people think about that. We don't have used decimal system, right? Only because we born with the 10 fingers. Human get used with a count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? So people design another numeral system which has only 2 numbers, 0 and 1. Can this system be useful for us? I'd like you guys to agree with the 2 facts later on. The first one, we could use some other numeral system instead of a decimal system. Still can count, still can do the calculation. Another fact is we could use number to represent some other thing. That's a so-called coding, right? I can say 1, 2, 3. That would mean something to you, something meaningful, right? Like the policeman, a prisoner, they always use a number to represent who they are instead of the real name, right? Okay, now let's take a look at the first thing. We have a new system, 0 and 1. Only 2 symbols. So 2 symbols enough to represent all numbers. Let's take a look at that. If 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1, 2? No, because a binary system. Okay, it means 2 in decimal system. But we have to write down expire 1, 0 representing 2. Okay, that means 2 in other expression, right? Fair enough. Okay, now keep going. 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1. That means what? 3. Plus 1, that means expire, move up, expire, move up. 100? No. It's a 4. Okay. One more step. 1, 0, 1 equal to 5. Okay? Now, still can count. But of course, we don't feel comfortable with that kind of expression. 101. How much is it? Okay, we need a conversion back to the decimal system that we are familiar with. Okay, that's the point. So when we say CPU, everybody talking about a computer CPU. What is a CPU? Central Processing Unit. Central, we don't have to explain. Unit, we don't have to explain too. What does it process? They process it in the new system. So the new system is named as binary system. This decimal system, right? So the binary system, another name is what? Digital. We always are talking about digital system now. So what is digital? Digital is a binary system. That's it. It's very simple. So you have to get used with this system. Okay? So all those computer coding, whatever, they convert from the numeric system. Convert from the decimal system into binary system. Let the computer do it. Why? Because of reliability. Because we have only two states, completely opposite. No gray area in between, like 10 steps here, right? Either 0 or 1, either black or white, high or low, north or south. So no gray area in between. So that means the reliability could be very much improved. So that's why computer, the second generation of computer, no longer analog. We become a digital computer. Okay? See you next time. Let's go on. Thank you.